Anyway, let's stop doing that. Let's end this conversation with this.
What are you saying, you out-of-place loner? It's so gross to give a sermon on a group date. What's more, she's never had a boyfriend. Her boyfriendless history equals age. Isn't that too much?
My name is Ken Kakeuchi. I'm 25 years old. I have almost no dating experience. I'm your run-of-the-mill salaryman who only gets called a pervert by my best friend every now and then. Oh, right. I had some work I was asked to do. Gotta get to that first. When I was a new employee, I made a lot of mistakes because I didn't know anything. But now, I'm entrusted with work more often, and I feel a sense of purpose.
Good work, Ken.
Yukihara, she's beautiful as always. That's Sachi Yukihara. She's my senior at work, 1 year older than me, and the first person I've fallen for since becoming an adult. Hey Ken, could you take a look at these documents with me? Is now a good time? She's a quiet person and I don't often see her talking to people. I just greet her occasionally. I want to get closer to her, but I don't have the courage yet. If you stare at her like that, she's gonna notice, you know? Hey, Haruma! How long have you been there? How long? Well, just a little while ago? That's Haruma Takizawa. He's a coworker who joined at the same time as me, and he's the opposite of me, a real social butterfly, my best friend. We've been friends since college, and you can't walk around town with him without running into someone he knows. Seriously, at this rate, everyone but me will know you're head over heels for her, you know? Yeah, I'm in love with her. It all started when I was a new employee. I messed up. That day, I made a pretty big mistake at work. The people around me were kind and comforted me, telling me to learn from it, but I felt bad for causing trouble for my seniors. It was a mistake I could have prevented if I had been more careful. I'm such an idiot. I couldn't stop regretting it, and she was the one who talked to me when I couldn't even stand up.
Here.
Huh? Yukihara? I looked up and there she was, Yukihara, who everyone says is out of my league, standing there. I was really surprised.
Everyone makes mistakes, and I made a ton of mistakes when I first joined the company too. Well, see ya!
Wait, Yukihara! Huh? She was encouraging me? Yukihara encouraged me? Whoa, your flashbacks are coming out as worse! That was more than enough for me to fall in love. It was the first time a woman other than my mother had been so kind to me. I gave her milk tea later to thank her, but I was so nervous that I couldn't say anything else. I can't create any opportunities to talk to her because our desks are far apart. That's just an excuse for a chicken like me. Why don't you just ask her out for a drink? She might say yes without hesitation, you know? I can't do that like you, Haruma. I always preferred reading books to playing outside when I was a student, so I hardly ever hung out with my classmates. I never went out on my days off, I just played games at home. Because of that, I didn't have many friends, but I was okay with it. But even if I'm okay, my parents aren't. My parents seem worried about me, and they often and directly ask when I'm going to get married. But that's not why. Falling in love with Yukihara is separate from my parents' wishes. Oh, sorry. You came to me about work, right? What was it? Oh, that's right. Could you check these documents? You look at them so carefully. It's a big help. Yeah, I got it. I'll take a look. Huh? Huh? What's wrong? Even you can't find a mistake in these documents that fast. Huh. Are you saying I'm incompetent? Haruma is making a fuss by himself, but my gaze is not on the documents, but on Yukihara. Yukihara? Could it be that she's not doing well? A few days later, during lunch break at work, I was heading to a restaurant with Haruma to get lunch. So, has there been any progress since then? Nothing at all. Hey, Haruma, don't you think Yukihara hasn't been doing well lately? I've been worried about Yukihara ever since I saw her looking at her phone with a troubled expression the other day at work. Huh? Is that so? Sorry, I didn't notice. I guess I don't look at her as much as you do. That was uncalled for. Oh, hey. Oh, speak of the devil, it's Yukihara. I think it's the first time I've seen Yukihara going out for lunch. That expression, she really does seem off. It would be weird to just pass by. Let's just say a quick hello. Ah, Haruma, wait a minute. Ah, jeez. Haruma starts walking without listening to me. I hurry after him. Good work! Oh, good work. I say hello, piggybacking on Haruma. Yukihara looks surprised for a moment, but then nods to us. She seems the same as always. Was I just imagining things? I turn to say hello to the friend next to her.
So handsome. Hey, Sachi, who is this hottie?
Huh?
Why didn't you tell me when I asked you to introduce me to a hot guy? Sorry. It was so sudden, and I was at work, and besides, I don't really talk to people at work.
Looking at her, I remember Yukihara looking at her phone with a dark expression.
I'm Akura Yabamine. I'm Sachi's friend from college. You're really handsome, sir. I never thought Sachi knew anyone this good looking.
Huh?
We were just having lunch together, and Sachi was giving me advice. I was saying I want a boyfriend soon. Do you have a girlfriend right now?
No, not right now. I mean, I'm not really looking either.
Seriously? Talk about lucky. Actually, we were just talking about wanting to go to a group date.
Oh, look at me being completely ignored.
Sir, let's go on a group date. Oh, and if that guy over there wants to join, he's welcome too.
Eh? I was suddenly spoken to after being treated like air, and I let out a silly voice in surprise.
Hey, don't be so pushy, no way. Hey, come on, Sachi, ask them. Go on, please, won't you? Okay, let's do a group date.
Yukihara remained silent at Yabamine's words. What a pushy woman, even though Yukihara has that expression on her. Okay, let's do a group date. If we refuse, she would just find someone else to go on a group date with. So, it's better if we participate. Okay, I'll join too. Haruma must have understood my desire to help Yukihara. He smiled and answered.
Yay! Okay, I'll decide on a place and stuff. Oh, a 3-on-3 group date would be good, so invite one more person.
Once Haruma decides to participate, Yabamine smiles brightly and seems to be in high spirits. Haruma, sorry. Thanks. Nah, it can't be helped. Don't worry about it.
Okay, Sachi. I'll contact you later. Good luck with work!
After talking to Haruma for a while and being satisfied, Yabamine waved and left. Looks like we won't have time for lunch.
I'm sorry, you two. I'm sorry for causing you trouble.
It's okay, Yukihara. Besides, it wasn't me. It seems he wanted to help. Haruma winks and elegantly assists me. It's a high-level move and I'm shaken.
So, that's right? It's not that I wanted to go to a group date.
No. I've never been on a group date in my life. Well, I saw that Yukihara seemed to be in trouble. It was hard for me to refuse her request, you know? Yeah, I can't refuse people either. I know how you feel. So, it's because you're going to the group date, and that's why I'm also Ken is saying that he is joining because Yukihara-san is also going to the group date. Don't use your mysterious mind-reading skills and expose me without permission! At Yukihara's smile that I unintentionally made her laugh, I felt the arrow of love pierce my heart. Several days later, Yabamine was looking forward to it so much that the group date was set up at lightning speed. The group date was set for Friday night, and Haruma and I decided to go straight there after work. Thanks for inviting me today, Haruma. Ken, it's been a while since college. Long time no see. He's Haruma's friend from college. I've met him a few times, but he remembered me. Haruma seems to be briefly explaining the circumstances of today's group date. Leave it to me. He gave a thumbs up with a good-natured smile. He's a good guy.
Sorry I'm late. Sorry for the delay. Sachi was having trouble getting ready. Good evening. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting because of me.
The women arrive after a while. I feel uneasy about Yukihara's expression. Good work. It's okay. It takes longer for women to get ready than men. Yeah, don't worry about it. And so, the group date started with uneasy feelings. The meal seemed to be a course, and after we ordered drinks, the food was brought out little by little.
Thank you for coming today. I've been wanting to talk to you.
Yabamine doesn't seem to be interested in anyone but Haruma, and is only talking to Haruma. Thank you. Well then, let's start with introductions, shall we? Haruma cleverly deflects Yabamine's story, and suggests that the men introduce themselves first. I'm Haruma Takizawa, 25. I like to exercise, and I often play soccer with my friends.
Haruma, what a wonderful name. It's so wonderful that you're handsome and can do sports.
I'm Ken Kageuchi. My hobby is games, and recently, I've been going on monster hunts.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Whoa, that's super obvious. I didn't particularly mind the difference between me and Haruma, and it was the women's turn to introduce themselves, and it was Yukihara's turn.
I'm Yukihara Yuki. My hobby is... This girl is my friend. She's been a loner since she was a student, and she looks like a complete country bumpkin, and I'm the only friend she has.
Unbelievably, Yabamine interrupted Yukihara's introduction and started talking about things that no one had asked her about. Yukihara hasn't finished her introduction yet.
I was in the same university, but because she doesn't have any friends, she's always eating lunch alone. Such a lonely girl.
My voice trying to stop her was ignored, and Yabamine's mouth didn't stop.
What's more, she's never had a boyfriend. Her boyfriendless history equals age. Isn't that too much? And Sachi's face today? Too much makeup and too much enthusiasm. Too different. I can't stop laughing. I understand why it took so long to get ready today. Oh, I was busy today, unlike her, so I didn't have time to put on makeup. So I only did the bare minimum. Since it's a group date, I should have put in as much effort as Sachi. Sachi knows, right? I was so popular in college that it was hard. I was confessed to every day. Yeah, that's right. Akura was always surrounded by people. It was amazing. I was so envious of Sachi. She could spend her time quietly because people didn't gather around her.
Only Yabamine seems to be enjoying talking, but when I look around, everyone seems to be pulling back. When I looked around, I saw it. Huh? From the gap in her bangs, I could see tears welling up in Yukihara's eyes. I still remember the day she tried so hard to encourage me. I remember it so clearly at this time, and I finally raised my voice. Please stop it!
Huh?
Yabamine finally stops talking at my sudden loud voice. Everyone else is surprised, and all eyes are on me. I feel like I'm going to falter, but I look forward. So, it's not good to say bad things about people too much.
Kageuchi? acting the loner. That's hilarious, so funny. Don't make me laugh so much, my stomach hurts, I'm going to get abs.
I could tell from her attitude and words that Yabamine was making fun of me more than I expected. But I don't care about myself. Yukihara doesn't demean anyone like Yabamine.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Yabamine's voice gets heavier. It was completely different from the sweet voice she was using to talk to Haruma. I take a deep breath to try to speak calmly, and speak while choosing my words as much as possible in my head. Yabamine, aren't you saying bad things about Yukihara to make yourself look better?
I'm just telling the truth. What? Maybe you're jealous and sulking because you want me to be nice to you? No matter how attractive I am.
Ah, that's not it.
That's not it?
I'm used to being treated like this. I'm enjoying seeing what kind of vocabulary comes out of it.
A super masochist?
In the first place, I don't feel any attraction to people who say that, so I don't care. Of course not! You're just using Yukihara, who is kind and can't say no, even though you say you're friends. Yabamine doesn't have the right to put down Yukihara at all. I don't think that's what you call a friend. After saying that, I came to my senses that all the eyes of the group date members were on me. I felt ashamed and my face started to get hot. Anyway, let's stop doing that. Let's end this conversation with this.
What are you saying, you out-of-place loner? It's so gross to give a sermon on a group date. You enjoy being told that, right? Ugh, even grosser. Hey, don't you all think so too? Let's end this group date with this pervert and go to the next place. Don't make fun of Kageuchi.
Suddenly, Yukihara shouted. It was so small that it seemed to disappear, but her strong voice made the place silent for a moment.
Huh? What about you? You haven't said anything until now. Why now? Yeah, I couldn't say it all along. I'm not good at refusing people's requests or denying them. I was scared and I ran away. Everyone, I'm sorry. I should have said it more clearly to her. Thank you for coming all this way, and I'm really sorry.
As she said that, Yukihara bowed deeply to us. At that time, I finally saw her tears falling.
Ooh, it's getting cold. What? Suddenly so strong? You feel strong today because you have allies. Don't get me wrong. You're a coward, and I'm here to make you stand out. We're not friends from the beginning.
This woman, how much more does she have to hurt Yukihara to be satisfied? Before I knew it, my body was moving on its own. Yukihara, let's go home now.
Huh? Kageuchi?
I don't want to see Yukihara getting hurt in a place like this anymore.
Hey! What are you trying to do going home?
I put down more money, and when I looked at the other members, Haruma and my friend smiled as if to say, leave it to us.
Haruma, is it impossible for those guys to go home?
The only impossible thing is you.
Huh?
What have you been this whole time? Don't act like a princess.
Huh? What?
Are you really Yukihara's classmate? With that thick makeup, I thought you were older. And I've been listening silently, but you've been making fun of my best friend. What are you? Well, you're probably just jealous of Yukihara, who is super beautiful and has a great personality.
Huh? There's no way I'd be jealous of a gloomy loner like Yuki. I'm way cuter.
Have you ever looked in a mirror? If you haven't, I highly recommend it. You'll see your ugly face in the mirror, so do something about yourself before you say anything about others. You can't even apologize. You're not a woman. You're not even a person.
No! Stop it, Akura. I haven't seen you since graduating from college, but you haven't changed at all. You were able to stand there and talk about this story so proudly in front of me. Who knows the university days? It's all lies.
Whoa, I see. I'm meeting you for the first time, but it's the first time I've been so turned off by a girl. I heard from Haruma that she seemed bad, but it's more than I expected. Scary. The two people who came to the group date with us are also on our side. Yabamine tried to make excuses, but don't ever come near us again. If you hurt Yukihara even once in the future, I don't know what will happen.
Huh.
You two, I'm sorry that this happened even though you came to the group date. As an apology, I'll plan a group date next time. Would you like to participate there? I'll do a fun group date next time. At first, the other two were taken aback, but as expected of Haruma, they were smiling and talking at the end. And so, the group date ended, leaving Yabamine behind. After that, Yabamine participated in another group date and told the story of this time as if she were a tragic heroine. But by chance, Haruma's friend was at that group date, and as a result of questioning the story that was similar to the story he heard from Haruma, the lies were easily exposed. Everyone laughed at her attitude of wanting to be phoned over even if she lied, and she ran away as if escaping.
What's wrong with those guys? Making fun of people? Don't mess with me.
After that, she seemed to be hitting up various places to participate in group dates without learning her lesson. But for some reason, she's being refused by every organizer. If that's the case, she tries to organize it herself, but no one gathers at all, and she seems to be spending her days struggling.
What? Why is this rumor spreading that I'm a trashy woman who makes fun of people and laughs at them? Even if I ask my friends to set up a group date, they refuse. What is going on?
Now, for some reason, bad rumors about Yabamine have spread, and it seems that it has become difficult to find a partner. I don't know who spread the rumors, but that person must have a lot of connections. As for Yukihara and me, after escaping from the group date, we were walking as far away as possible.
Kageyuchi, wait!
I snapped back to reality at Yukihara's voice, and I realized I've been holding hands with Yukihara for the past few minutes. Ah, I'm sorry. I was creepy, wasn't I? I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
A little bit of silence continues due to embarrassment and other things. It was Yukihara who broke the silence.
Thank you for earlier. I never thought you would say something like that.
That's because I couldn't stand seeing you getting hurt. Besides, I've liked you ever since the day you first talked to me. I couldn't stand to see someone as wonderful as you being made fun of like that.
Huh?
That day, you took the courage to encourage me, right? I was so happy. Yukihara's eyes widened, and then... Huh? Yukihara? Tears welled up in her cheeks. I panicked. Sorry. Did you hate my confession? A handkerchief. Do you want to eat candy too?
That's not it. I'm happy you remembered that day. That day was a memorable day for me, when I was able to show courage.
Yukihara said that she couldn't leave me alone when I was feeling down, even though we had never talked before. I was happy about that, and once I calmed down, I took a deep breath. Yukihara, I'm not saying please go out with me right away. You can give me an answer after you get to know me better. So, would you like to go on a date with me once? Please give me your time. I'll definitely make you fall in love with me.
Yes, I look forward to working with you.
Appearance is certainly emphasized when interacting with people and spending time with them. But I'm moved by the charm hidden within that person. Breaking out of your shell for someone important, that's small but big courage. It may save people's hearts or warmly wrap them.
By the way, should I also insult you?
Huh?
Hi, Brittany here. I'm sorry. Poor guy. Ever known as a masochist, even though that's not it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.